Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode we are back with the Eldrazi aggro deck. Now I kept this hand, it's got 2 mana, so we've got an Evolving Wilds and an Island. Now, do I go Evolving Wilds first or do I get the Salvage Drone out? I'm going to get the Salvage Drone out just because I need something to get going with. You know, we might find a fast land next turn. First turn we found a Sludge Crawler, so I think I'd almost rather get out a red mana just so we can play Processor Assault and potentially via Aggregate fairly soon. Okay, so he's played the Perilous Mere this turn. Isn't particularly useful for us. Fast land would be nice here. Okay, awesome. Sunken Hollow is... okay, so we actually will use the Evolving Wilds here to find ourselves the red mana that we need. I'm going to attack with the Salvage Drone just so in case he does decide to block. That way we can... nope, he's decided not to do that. So we are going to ingest him, which means Processor Assault is on the table, which is quite nice. And we have to ingest a Fiery Impulse, which is also pretty good. So we'll be popping Evolving Wilds on his end step, just so he doesn't know what we've got. So yeah, that's pretty much the perfect card to find, just because it allows us to definitely search up for a red card. And we'll do that now. See, I'm hoping he's mana screwed, because we're not. We're in a pretty good place, actually. So what did he find? He found a Fiery Impulse, so that's 2 Fiery Impulses in the exile pile for him, unfortunately. Good for me, bad for him. So I'm almost tempted to play out Mist Intruder here, just because it's going to give us a evasion creature. Okay, no, so he doesn't have... he can play the Fiery Impulse this turn, which if I were him I would probably do anyway on my Salvage Drone, just because otherwise it's going to go to waste. Depends if he's got anything else he wants to play. So obviously waiting for him to make the decision on whether or not he wants to... there we go, there's the Fiery Impulse, so that's what I was expecting. So we are losing the Salvage Drone, but we will be able to say yes. Ooh, I'm gonna get rid of the Sludge Crawler here. I think it's probably the least good out of all the cards we've got here. Would have been fine as a turn 1 play, but we had the Salvage Drone instead. So yeah. We've got to make a decision here. Okay, we've managed to find a swamp as well, which is quite nice. So, do I play out Vile Aggregate or do I play out Mist Intruder? I'm thinking Mist Intruder this turn. Just like I said, it gives us the evasion, it gives us the continued ingest, all that fun stuff. I mean, Vile Aggregate will potentially do it eventually, but we're not in a hurry to play it out. Be nice if Processor Assault was... like an instant speed, because if you could do that, you could essentially instant speed the Abbot of Keral, either the Abbot of Keral Keep would exile and then bring it back, and then essentially use it to kill the Abbot of Keral Keep, while then return, like moving that exiled one into the graveyard. Fortunately, it's sorcery speed, so we don't have that option. Would work with the what's it called? There's like so we're not going to block this one for obvious reasons. Let the 1 damage go through. I don't really want to play Duststalker quite yet, just because I don't really think it's worth it. So I've got the choice here between Nettle Drone and Mist Intruder or Vile Aggregate. I'm thinking Nettle Drone. I'm not worried about Nissa flipping yet, so probably play out Nettle Drone and then maybe play out Processor Assault next turn. We will swing with the Mist Intruder just to get the ingest ball rolling. Yeah, this is going to be good. We've got obviously four colourless spells to come up, which is quite nice. We can afford all 4 of them. So Nettle Drone will be pushing through a fair amount of damage for us, and we managed to ingest an Abbot of Keral Keep. How ironic. An Abbot of Keral Keep being exiled instead of exiling something. I do quite like the Eldrazi's exile pile interaction. It just makes it quite interesting, the fact that usually this pile would have like no kind of, oh wow, good job we got the Processor Assault here, and I saved it for the Zendikar Incarnate. So I'm assuming he's probably going to swing with all 4 this turn, just with the Perilous Mere. Okay, that's fine. No, and he's going to swing with the Abbot of Keral Keep. So we'll probably just skip blocking. So yeah, we really need to keep up the aggression here, so we probably want to play out the second Mist Intruder this turn with the Processor Assault. So we're going to find an Eldrazi Skyspawn. That is going to be good, but first of all we're going to tap Nettle Drone. Just going to push through 1 damage. We're then going to play Processor Assault on the Zendikar Incarnate. We'll move the Abbot, just in case he's got some way of reanimating the View Burn. We can then re-tap Nettle Drone. We will then swing with the Mist Intruder. Here we go. And then just ingest him for 1. So we take it down to 15, which is quite nice. We're going to ingest something good. Ooh, Monvuli Asimos. That's quite a nice card to ingest. And then we'll just play out Mist Intruder. Perfect. So what I can now do, if I feel like it, I can use this to block one of these creatures. Say, for example, maybe Nissa or something like that. And then tap him to push through the point of damage. And then also use it as a blocker, which is quite cool. See what he does though. He might just decide to swing with the Perilous Mere. Okay, got Kurd Chieftain. It's not the end of the world. Big creature, but it's not as though it's going to get any bigger, similar to the Zendikar Incarnate. Seems as though he's mana screwed though. I haven't seen him play out of mana in a couple of turns. So he's going to swing with both of these. Now I'm probably going to block with the Nettle Drone. And like I said, I'm just going to tap it as well to push through that last point of damage, kill his Abbot. There we go, marvellous. We do want to get Vile Aggregate down fairly soon, but we're not in a desperate hurry to do so. Ooh, very nice. We found Bethnic Infiltrator. That's pretty good. We are, however, going to swing with our 2 Eldrazi. Sorry, our 2 Mist Intruders, sorry. Push through 2 more damage. And then we're going to ingest him twice. Do I play out Eldrazi Skyspawn or do I play out Vile Aggregate? See, I like the idea of the Eldrazi Skyspawn just because it's going to get us 2 colourless creatures down. 1 blocker for the Kurd Chieftain and then just maybe even 1 blocker for the Nissa as well. Yeah, I haven't seen him play a mana in a while, which is quite nice. So we're good there. Obviously, we managed to ingest the Acid Moss, which was quite nice. Nice having this extra 2 points of damage in the air, especially against a deck which doesn't really have that much, what's the word I'm looking for, like flying creatures, especially if this is kind of like a fairly traditional red-green ramp. Okay, he's got Chandra's Ignition, which is pretty bad for us. So yeah, we're in a really bad place now. Chandra's Ignition was pretty crazy. I was not expecting that, put it that way. In hindsight, Vile Aggregate might have been the better choice there over the Eldrazi Skyspawn, but how was I to know that he was running Chandra's Ignition? So, not fun. So I think this is probably game over now, unless we find, I don't know, another Nettle Drone doesn't really do it for us. Play out Vile Aggregate. I mean, it's probably not going to help us. I mean, we can block the Kurd Chieftain. So yeah, in hindsight, this would have been a better play, but we didn't know he was running Chandra's Ignition. Maybe that's what he was waiting to get to 5 mana for. He's now to 6 mana, and he's got Exquisite Firecraft, so that's just dead. Never mind, let's move on to game number 2. Okay guys, here we are for game number 2. We're playing the rank 20 something or other. Didn't quite catch his name, I'll find it out in a second, but I think we can keep this hand. It's not a bad hand actually. So we're going to go for a turn 1 Evolving Wilds into red maybe. Okay, so he's played out Sunblade Elf. So do I go for turn 1 red or do I go for... We've also got turn 1 Swamp, so I'm not in a hurry to play out the Processor Assaults to be fair, so maybe I'm just going to go for the Mist Intruder next turn. Yeah, we're playing the rank 20 Ace-Dean Jealous. Okay, random name. Or Ace-Dean... I don't know. Okay, so he's playing white-green elves, so we've got double Sunblade Elf, basically. It's interesting. So we're going to take 2 damage this turn. It's pretty crazy. So 2 Sunblade Elves, not used to seeing that. Play out Drowned Catacomb this turn, which is going to allow us to play out Mist Intruder. So we can't play Process Assault yet until we get the Mist Intruder to swing once. So we probably want to play out Evolving Wilds next turn. Get that red mana so we can start killing creatures would be nice. So he's going to be able to swing for 4 this turn. We're going to drop down to 14. And he's also got a Valoran Wardens. Okay, wasn't expecting that. So is this like a Renown deck maybe? Haven't seen Renown in a little while. Let's go skip blocking. Okay, so do we swing or do we... Ugh, this is horrible. This is not going well. I might just have to not swing here. Just because I need to be able to save a blocker for this Valoran Wardens. May as well pop that now, I don't really care. I mean, we need the we need a card ingested for the Processor Assault, but at this point I don't really have much of a choice. Oh, and he's played Gideon as well. Of course he has. So this is not good. We're in a whole world of pain right now. So we're about to take 4 damage here. Just block you. Yeah, I don't really think there's any way I can get out of this. I'm trying to think if there's any card in my deck which would allow me to kind of come back from this, but I really don't think there is. Forerunner of Slaughter doesn't really help, but we're going to play out anyway. It's going to allow us to potentially kill a Valoran Wardens. Do I swing with the Mist Intruder? Don't really think I've got much of a choice at this point, but we're going to be taking at least 6 damage next turn. That will allow us to play out a Processor Assault next turn. What do we ingest? Canopy Vista, not the most useful card. So yeah, these haven't been good games today, put it that way. We just have not found the right combination of cards. We've played some pretty crazy decks, not ones I'm used to seeing in the meta, put it that way. Hopefully we can finish off strong with a win for the 3rd game of the day. Not holding my breath though. We've got a what's it called? A Helios Pilgrim. So we've got enchantments as well. God, how am I losing to this deck? Oh, and he's also got a Gideon. Of course he has. So yeah, we're pretty much dead here. So I don't really think there's much we can do about this. So what's that? That's 2, 4, 6, 11. So we're just gonna block one of these, I suppose. Lose our Forerunner of Slaughter, but we survive with 1 health left. Yeah, this is where like Languish would be like absolutely amazing, but we don't have a Languish, so we're basically dead. So yeah, that's GG. Let's move on to game number 3. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3. I'll figure out who we're playing in a second, as I completely missed it there. We can keep this hand, it's not too bad actually. We've got the Sludge Crawler for turn 1. We've then potentially got the Pumped Sludge Crawler for turn 2, into Bethnic Infiltrator or Nettle Drone turn 3. Isn't too bad. Yeah, we're playing the rank 23 Esteban Estrelix. Okay, pretty crazy name. We will play out Sludge Crawler, so we won't be able to play out Mist Intruder on turn 2. So I might have to play out Evolving Wilds, just so we can get the 2nd basic land. Okay, so we've got Consul's Lieutenant, so maybe we don't want to swing anyway. We may as well just keep this back as a blocker for the Consul's Lieutenant, which actually has first strike, so that is not the best idea. We do have the Forerunner of Slaughter, which is quite nice. But I think I'm still going to play out Evolving Wilds. We'll be skipping attack as it's just going to get eaten by him. So I'm probably going to pick up a blue source, I think would be a good idea here. Yeah, we'll get a basic blue source just so we can, I don't know, doesn't really matter which colour we get. We've pretty much got all the colours we need right now. So he's got Grasp of the Hieromancer, so this is going to get tapped down. And you're going to get Renowned. So yeah, you get tapped down. So we're just going to pop you. We'll find a blue. Grab an island. Okay, so we take 3 damage there. That goes up to a 4-3. Sorry, I went quiet for a second. I was just reading something on my tablet, so I apologise. That's pretty crazy, that card. 4-3 first striker. So we're going to play out Sunken Hollow here. Maybe drop the Bethnic Infiltrator, maybe? Yeah, I think that's probably quite a good play. We have to wait to play Netadrone next turn, because I should have played out the Dragon Skull Summit to do so. So he's hitting for 1. Pretty pathetic, but hey-ho. As he's now basically swinging for 4 every turn. At least we ingested in 1. We'll get rid of a land. Oh my god, that's so amazing. We basically just need to keep dropping creatures and hope that we can eventually outpace him at this point. I think that's my my game plan at the moment. So if we can drop enough creatures to outpace his 4 damage, we could get there eventually. So he had no creatures to buff, I think. Yeah, other attacking creatures get +1/+1. So has he got any other attacking creatures to play? Oh, great. Topham Freeblade is not particularly good. So what's going to happen here then? What's he going to play? He's going to also play out a Core Bladewell. Great! Oh, great! If our pain wasn't already big enough, he's also played out a Topham Freeblade. So we're going to play out a Dragon Skull Summit. Do I play out a Forerunner of Slaughter, or is there like no point now? Okay, let's swing with the 1/4, as it's unblockable. Yeah, I've not had a good not a good matchup today. I feel it's just been bad matchups for the deck. We've played other aggressive decks, which this deck doesn't perform particularly well against. This deck definitely performs better against slower decks. But unfortunately, we have found some very fast decks today, and the rampish kind of deck we played in game number 1. So yeah, this deck's okay. It's definitely not top tier. I'm hopefully going to go back and play a more top tiery rampy deck, something like that, for next week. So I'm probably going to play like a green, red, black ramp deck. Is my plan. Like green, red, black Aristocats, I think it's called sometimes. Like Jund Aristocats. Aristocats? No, that's a Disney film. Aristocrats. So that gets tapped down. Basically we're dead at this point, so that's what, it's 8 damage coming my way, which I can't really block, so might as well block 1 here, but at this point we're pretty much dead. So not a good way to end it. Not a good way to end off this deck, but that gets renowned, and it's also got vigilance. But at this point, yeah, we're dead. So I'm probably just going to end it off here, end my suffering. Okay, guys. So yeah, this deck wasn't great. It had promise, but it just doesn't quite. It's not quite fast enough. It's not quite. There's not enough card draw. Yada yada yada. All sorts of stuff like that. It's fun. I had some fun with it, but I'm going to be going back to hopefully a much better deck. So yeah, so probably going to be another ramp deck next week, but we're going to be splashing in some black this time for all that delicious languishing and stuff like that. But I'll leave it here for now. As always, guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.